So come on a journey with me. Let's relax. And I'm a clairaudient medium, which means that basically I'm going to use the sound of a voice. So I won't be able to say, I'm coming to you. I'm going to have to work with the world of the spirit, let them build the evidence, and what I need from you is for you to speak up. When I begin, there could be 4 or 5 of you accepting the evidence at the beginning. But when we have worked the evidence through and we have the great mosaic, then we will have just one person who will receive the contact. And of course, it is a good idea for it to be demonstrated this way, because it removes telepathy, doesn't it? It also says to people, well, you know, we're not taking one piece of evidence and saying that that is the sum total. What we're doing is we're building the evidence. It's as if, you know, they're writing you a letter. And as you're reading it, you'll be nodding your head saying, yes, that's right. Yes, I remember that. And it means that one individual will get a contact that will give them and will give the spirit world a bridge over which love may pass. And I felt as if I was being drawn to this side of the room. As I'm working, I know that there is a child in the spirit world as well, because they're talking, Mother and Nellie are taking care of a child that's gone to spirit world. But I feel that the mother is very upset on the earth, as if there's still thoughts about a child. Does that make sense, Joe? It's not linking. Give me a lovely no if I'm wrong.
There is a child gone to spirit, but it's in the past.
And there's a Nellie over there?
Yes.
Then is there a Bob as well?
Yes.
That's fine. Then if I'm correct, you also know someone that has lived... Have you had a connection to Station Road, or people that have been connected with stations or railways?
I have an uncle who worked on the railway.
Then you know Jim as well then?
Yes.
Okay, because I know I've got to take you towards the railway and I have to mention a Jim.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now then, we have just missed an anniversary, I believe. Does that make sense, Joe?
Yes.
Because they keep saying to me they wanted to bring you memories for last month. Now we're in November now, so I've got to go back into last month.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Now I believe that you have an anniversary belonging to the earth, but I know there's also an anniversary of someone who passed to spirit world.
That's right.
So it's 2 anniversaries in 1 month.
That's
Does that
right.
make sense?
Yes.
I have a Richard here who I'm quite sure was known as Dick, because that's what I'm being told.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now I just said to him, how did you die? And he said, well, I just dropped dead. Does that make sense? And really that's not very good evidence, is it? Because, you know, we all drop dead in the end, don't we? But would I be right to say that you have had connections where it's been very, very hilly, terraced houses, cobbled streets?
Yes, yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Then if that's correct, there must have been a connection to Taylor Street. Because I'm quite sure if you can find the people at Taylor Street, you're going to find me my person who just dropped dead. Okay?
Yes.
I feel as if there was pigeons, you say. Someone did have pigeons and would have had a pigeon cote in a backyard. This is not to do with an allotment, this is a backyard. Does that, I'm sure I'm with the lady in grey.
Yes, yeah, because my son kept pigeons in the backyard.
Did he?
He has them yet, but he has them on the...
But they were kept in a
They were
backyard.
kept in what used to be the old toilet.
That's fine. I'll tell you what I'm getting, you see. I even feel as if I can bring you a memory of a tin bath that went on a wall, and the pigeons were at the side. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Then you know Auntie Annie who's died as well.
I do, yeah.
Because I've got Auntie Annie here, and she keeps saying to me, I lived at 27 and they lived at 22. So people lived opposite sides of the road.
No, not the numbers.
27 was near the corner next door to the groceries, and go in the opposite direction and you should find me a pub.
Yeah, well, I know where that is, but it's not where I live.
Oh, but I just got these numbers to do with your Auntie Annie.
I see, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I got.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be rude, but I do know that those numbers were accurate because they were on the corner. And it was as if the family wanted to meet up, they had to come this way. And that's where they were. And I just felt as if you've been so unhappy and down.
Yes,
You just don't know which way to turn
No.
because you don't know what advice to give anymore.
No.
You've got to the end of your tether. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? And I know I can go into December and I find other anniversaries as well.
That's right.
Because they keep talking about you not getting over one sad memory before you're into another. Does that make sense, darling?
Yes, it does, yeah.
And you're worrying about younger members of family that are on the earth.
Yes, I have been, yeah.
That makes sense to you, doesn't it? And I'm just to tell you that what you have said has been right. We know you're standing back and we stand with you. But we will keep a guardian angelship over the two of them until they've sorted things out.
Thanks.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel as if there's a little boy on the earth that's going to bring you some upliftment. So I don't see this child moving away from you. I just feel that for the moment, you've just perhaps had to stand a little bit back.
Yeah.
Don't break your heart. Know that they're there.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. I want to bring you drivers as well. So there are drivers connected with you.
Do you mean driving cars?
Yes.
I've been learning to drive.
Have you really? Well, I don't know how well you're doing, darling, but I just know that they're watching over you. And I hope that that's right. May I leave you with that, and God bless. And if you can, just keep that positive approach, because I don't believe you've made errors. I hear your grandmother, who was like a mother to you. She was very much like your mother. And she just said to me, it's always what she does, you know, is blame herself first,
Yes, I do.
second and last. And yet I feel that the children must make their own decisions as they walk on.
Thank
Does
you.
that make sense?
Yeah.